Why affirmations don't always work and what to do that's way better. Hey, Scott Hauk here, and welcome to today's video. Now, I've certainly been in that place where I used to have about 10 to 15 pages of affirmations in every area of life. And I used to read these affirmations out loud over and over and over every single morning. In fact, it almost took me an hour every single morning, believe it or not. And I thought that was a way to bring in better success and reprogram my mind. I was listening into a lot of videos at the time and reading books like Think and Go Rich and different self-help material. And it just seemed like I got the understanding that in order for me to change my life, I needed to do and think something different. Right? I needed to change my programming in my subconscious around money, around success, around accomplishment, all these different elements of life, right? But absolutely, I got mental and spiritual progress, right? Things were evolving and things were growing, but the physical results didn't seem to always come. And also, a lot of those thoughts that I had from the affirmations were very temporary, right? So I'd think a great way for a couple of days, but then not think so great. So it was very interesting for me at the time because I got kind of frustrated with the whole idea of affirmations. It seemed like these things didn't work. And then also I was saying some things out loud that I'm like, I don't even believe this, right? This is a load of BS. And if I'm saying I'm a multimillionaire, or if I'm saying I am highly successful, but I'm not, right? So I'm saying these affirmations out loud and I don't feel them. I don't believe them. So it's basically, I'm just saying noise out loud and thinking I'm changing my life. So I came across the discovery and the idea on why affirmations really weren't working for me at the time. And they probably, in many ways, might not be working for you all the way that they could be. It's not that affirmations work or don't work. It's how you work them. There's a great quote from The Science of Getting Rich by Waddles D. Waddles. And what he talks about there is the idea of you don't get rich by doing certain things, you get rich by doing things in a certain way, right? So it's really about how we do the affirmations, or if you're visualizing, how we visualize, or if you're doing gratitude, how you do the gratitude, or any of these other techniques that you hear about, whether on my channel or another channel, doesn't even matter, right? These techniques that you hear about, how you do it, and not necessarily if it works or not. So the one side is basically noise, okay? Affirmations are basically noise. They are words you're saying out loud. And if you don't believe them, basically, why don't you believe them is because you are comparing your current reality to the affirmation, right? So if I'm saying I am incredibly money accomplishing, I am an incredible marketer in my business, and I am now earning $10,000 a month, okay? But then your mind is comparing it to present day. Your mind is going to doubt and disbelieve what you're saying out loud. You're going to say, it's a load of BS. This is not true. It's not accurate, right? Because I'm saying something out loud that's not actual in my physical reality. So I am thinking in a certain way, comparing it to my physical reality, which makes me feel the frustration, feel the irritation, feel the lack of the thing I actually want to become, right? So we do these affirmations out loud, and it feels like, well, this thing, it's not even working, right? These affirmations don't even actually do anything. We're just saying these out loud. Here's a discovery that I found for myself that's going to absolutely help you, and it's going to really blow you away. This is something that a lot of people don't tell you when they're saying do affirmations, do visualization. You can go online and search, how do I change my life? And they might come up with a top 10 list, and they write down affirmations and visualize and be grateful and all these things, right? But there's a lot more to every single one of these things you hear about. For affirmations specifically, what I want you to start thinking about is calling them emotionalized affirmations, okay? Emotionalized affirmations. Feeling is the secret. Feeling is the key. If you are not feeling your affirmations, they're really not doing anything for you. Might as well throw them in the trash, okay? Now that sounds like pretty big right there, like throwing my affirmations in the trash. I'm trying to change my life. Why are you telling me to throw them in the trash? Because it's really not working for you. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, and it's going to cause you ultimate more frustration because you're trying to get a dream, but it's not happening. When you emotionalize an affirmation, okay, what it actually does is you become the idea. It's very different than intellectually knowing something. That's the other side, the affirmations that you're just saying out loud, but you don't feel. You know them, but you don't become it, so therefore you're feeling, results, behaviors, they just don't change. You have to feel it. You have to actually emotionalize every single affirmation you do and feel it to be true today. That's why we call them emotionalized affirmations. Now let's take it a step deeper here, because I want to keep you hanging. Most people will say, well, that's cool, but how do I feel it, right? If I'm saying it out loud, like we talked about, and I am comparing it to my physical reality, it's not really true. How do I feel it to be true if it's not actually true? There's a very distinct thing that would be a great thing to keep in a note card in your pocket. There are physical truths, and then even higher than that, there are spiritual truths. When you say an affirmation, here's how it's going to go. It is a spiritual truth, but it's a physical lie. So when you do an affirmation out loud and you're starting to feel it, why you have the capacity to feel it to be true now is because there is a side of you, the ultimate side of you, the I am, the universal side of you, that bigger side, that higher side, higher self, whatever you call that, that actually is with the possibility of you becoming something more than you are today. Right? That's essentially why you're studying personal development in the first place, or anything else, is you have, whether unconscious or conscious, the belief that you can become something more because there's something within you that can grow to become more, right? If you believe that, then you also must therefore believe that that higher side of you holds the possibility. There's a possibility innate within you already to grow into spiritually, internally, right? So as you start to become that, you can actually say, I am a multimillionaire. I am successful. I am accomplished. Or something even a little bit smaller that you're striving for. I am now consistently earning $10,000 a month, or I am now consistently earning blank amount of money per month, or whatever area of life it is, right? When you say that out loud, I want you to actually visualize that you're actually saying it from your higher self. You're not talking about the physical reality. You are talking about a higher plane of understanding. A higher side of you that's an energetic side of you, something that can be way more than you are today. As you compare the statement to that, it's going to feel true. It's going to feel like, well, absolutely. If I'm talking through my higher side, that all things are possible, that everything is possible for me from that higher side, that this higher side is complete love, complete abundance, complete prosperity, everything that you can think of, complete happiness. If I have that firm understanding, I say this affirmation out loud, it's going to feel true. Now, like I said, it's a spiritual truth, but it's a physical lie. You might be saying things out loud. You might be even saying the simple idea of, I am becoming more and more successful. If you look at your physical results, that might not be the fact. You might not actually be becoming more successful in your financial side, your job, your business, whatever it is that you have going on right now. It might be a lie. Okay? But again, what you're saying is a spiritual truth, and it's a physical lie. It's a becoming a physical truth, right? If we just talked about everything that's true today, and that's all we said out loud, I'm this way, I'm this way, I'm this way, based on physical results, life would never change, right? Things would never actually happen. That's why we have to actually believe it, then we'll see it. What does that actually mean? You go to your imagination, where everything is possible, where you actually take this formless substance that's coming to and through your consciousness, and you mold it, you shape it. It's a plastic substance. That's what we call imagination. And when you form images on the screen of your imagination, what we call end scenes, you are literally shaping this plastic substance into what you do desire. And as long as you feel it to be true, that's going to start to be activated to move into your life. Now, this stuff is not magic. Okay? If you're saying, I am successful, I am highly accomplished, I am now earning this, I am now this, you can't expect it to happen by tonight. You can't expect it to happen, overnight, and magic dust is thrown in the air. It's like, hallelujah, it happened, right? It's not a miracle thing that happens. What happens is a steady progress from here, not always linear, but steady, consistent progress from here, okay, that allows you to actually start being the very thing you're saying out loud. So if you're saying I'm highly accomplished, well, maybe it's going to take you 3 to 6 months from here to get to an accomplishment where you could actually confirm that and say, yes, physically I am now that, right? But between now and that 3 to 6 month time, you're going to have new ideas. You're going to start owning that image, and you're going to start to attract new people. You're going to attract the right ad at the right time for the right course you needed, or the right person, or the right whatever it is. Maybe this video right now, divinely timed for you, and it's something's clicking better than before you came to this video. right? So you're going to start to attract between now and you receiving the physical result, all of these beautiful unfoldings and happenings, as long as you stay faithful to the affirmation, the emotionalized affirmation that you're saying out loud. Okay. Not only that, but I want you to start matching your inner thoughts. Look at the words. Don't try to get through the affirmations like, in grade school, we would have an exam or homework and we're just trying to get that thing done with, right? And then we hand in the homework, we do the exam, and then we let it go and we never think about it again, right? Affirmations, these emotionalized affirmations, are not something to get done. They're something to become. So when you're reading the affirmation, you're reading the words on the paper, really pay attention to what you're saying. And start to allow what you're saying to actually fill your being and say, this is who I am becoming. And you tell the universe is a loving place. You want to start believing that great things happen to great people. The universe is trying to help you. It wants you to be better. It wants you to win. It wants these affirmations on the page to become your life, your reality. As you do so, you're going to start really seeing these words on the page as if the universe is helping me have this become true in my life, physically true in my life, allowing this stuff to actually become who I am. Ultimately, what's happening when you have an emotionalized affirmation is you are taking an idea, like I said, taking this plastic substance, forming it into an end scene. When you feel it to be true today, what you're doing is dropping a spiritual seed, an idea, a thought into your subconscious mind. That's it. That's when your mind gets reprogrammed over consistent, doing this days in a row, weeks in a row. You're not only going to get reprogrammed, but you're also dropping that seed into a universal part of us, which is connected to all people right now, even though you can't see that. So you're going to have great things unfolding in your life and these cool things attracted into your life at the right time, at the right place, key symbols and ideas and signs from the universe, allowing you to move forward. So essentially, when you're doing emotionalized affirmation, you're dropping that in the subconscious, and that's where things start to move. That's when things start to really attract into your life a lot faster and a lot more flowing. All right, so try it out. Regular affirmations, forget about those. They're just noise, okay? You're just saying things out loud. You have to feel it. And we just went through how you feel it, why it works that way, and allowing yourself to become the idea. That's when results shift. That's what we call creating and shifting to a different plane of consciousness. And when that happens, things in your results actually improve. When you just know the ideas, you're saying them out loud, but you don't feel them to be true, or you feel them to be the opposite. They're not true at all, or you're getting frustrated, irritated, or any of these things. And you're feeling that, okay, what it's really going to do is set you backwards. It's going to get you more frustrated than anything else instead of getting more progress. Now, try it out. In the comments below, go ahead and write down some of your daily affirmations. What does that look like for you? And start calling them emotionalized affirmations. So in the comments below, have emotionalized affirmations, and then go ahead and write some of your affirmations down. Because as you do so, you're going to help the others on this channel viewing this video with you, okay? And then in turn, since you're giving, you're going to receive even more. So if one person comments, then you're going to have maybe 5 more comments, and you're going to be able to actually take some of those affirmations that others are doing, emotionalize them in a different way, but also get new ideas on how to change your life. This is a community you want to be a part of here on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, click the bell icon as well if you're not already subscribed and notified on the channel. We send out a lot of manifestation content. We hold nothing back here. Techniques, methods, meditations, morning routines, full manifestation step-by-step guide, personal development secrets, success stories, everything you're going to possibly need to manifest the greatest life of your dreams through a steady, consistent working on yourself internally, allowing the external action and behavior to unfold to allow you to get those greater results. All right, in the comments below, again, write down your affirmations. Try this out, emotionalized affirmations. Let me know how it goes.